Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to Healthy Huddle. This is Regan Keely. Regan Keely and I met a couple weeks ago over the internet here, looking through our YouTube channels. I found her sharing some very interesting and uplifting messages that I thought would be interesting for us to share. Regan, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got started as a Reiki master or into some of your intention and healing episodes that you've shared.
Yes, well, thank you for having me. I'm really happy to be here. And I started my journey years ago, just really wanting to see more of, I guess, tapping into the human potential, because there's so many more possibilities for healing and just transforming and growing than I think a lot of people realize are available. So I really love being able to explore that and experiment with that for myself, and of course share that far and wide, because it's such life-changing information. It's such empowering information. So I guess that's kind of really what piqued my interest initially, of just starting to study things like energy healing and holistic healing in general, getting to the root of wellness and understanding more about what disease really is, dis-ease, and where a lot of it actually comes from. So it's been a really fascinating journey for me to study things like meditation and intention and just energy healing. Breathing, yeah, because so much of it really does start in the mind. And I think in our world right now, we've not really been taught a lot about true mental and emotional health and wellness, which really is the root of so much, if not all, pain and disease. So when you really get to the core of these traumas and hard emotions and learn how to navigate them gracefully, you just become so empowered. You don't really fear these emotions and these thoughts anymore, and you're able to live with a lot more freedom.
I have to say that's a lot of wisdom packed into one punch right there. Again, one of the main reasons that sparked my interest in your channel and why we wanted to have you on, just to let the listeners and viewers know, this session, episode 2 with Regan, is based off of intention and your power. I want to bring it back one more second, tying to her bio here. She did something that kind of blew me over the top, was a group meditation session, I believe on November 11th. And you had some really great response with that. That was one of my life goals, to do with a big group of people and to track the influence that that prayer or meditation had. And I think it can be very powerful. So I just think you have to keep going with this, but tell us a little bit more.
Yes, exactly. And it really is such an internal journey. It is a spiritual journey, so much so, because the hardest thing you always have to overcome is your own self. And the meditation is so helpful. I often feel like that's like the first supplement for me, the healthiest supplement, because again, just having that harmony, and it's not as hard as people think. It's really just has to do with of course, being persistent and being gentle and compassionate with yourself.
For most starters, it's actually taking the few moments to engage it, isn't it? Most people don't
Yeah,
even try. They don't attempt for 5 minutes.
yeah. And that just goes to show you how uncomfortable it is to sit with yourself,
Can be.
especially starting. Well, I remember the first time I actually saw Reiki being done at this spiritual retreat, and it was the laying on of hands, and I was so fascinated. It was almost like I intuitively knew what was happening, but I've never actually seen it before, and I never actually even really thought about it. So I was like, wow, I have to look into that. And it all kind of happened so fast, just getting the Reiki training and just reading books about it. And of course, nothing can replace the actual experience of doing Reiki and just energy healing like that in general. So I think that's something that is going to really take off more and more, because at the very least, it's just so relaxing, but at the very most, like, you can have very profound effects,
It
because
can.
everything is energetic. Even physicality is energetic, just slow down. So again, that's kind of getting down to like the root, getting down to the more cellular.
The core problems that we're not working on internally can be addressed this way. And the time given, like if you are the healer or even the patient, they get something from that process of moving it forward, detoxing or regression of false memories and negativity that's going on in the life. It's a big onion realm, and it takes a lot to unravel. And it's not ever just one modality that usually fixes people. It's a cohesive effort between two or three or more people that come together to help somebody. So, but I love that. Being Thanksgiving coming up, what are some things that you are most thankful for?
I think more than anything, always, I'm just so grateful to be here right now in this present moment, because this presence is really, really all there is. It's really what we have. This is the only window where we can really feel that gratitude and appreciate what there is to appreciate, and on top of that, there's just so much. I'm so grateful for, my family and friends and all the people in my life. And there's just blessings everywhere I look, honestly, despite the challenges, which I'm also grateful for the challenges, as I
You
get
have
older,
to
I
be.
see those are really your greatest blessings in disguise. And the more you remember that while you're experiencing them, it's like the more you can just flow. So I'm very grateful for that wisdom. It's such a blessing. And what are you grateful for
That's awesome.
sharing?
Yeah, I'm very family oriented. So I'm very thankful. Also, just the meeting of people like you every day. Those are my little blessings that I feel that he's given to us. And like you said, just learning the last couple years to take your losses well and graciously. They build good character. They build good grit, as they say, for some gentlemen out there, and for ladies as well. Um, you don't want to be one of those bravado. The wind blows, a storm comes, and everything's ruined. And they don't know how to live. They don't know how to react with one another. So mostly just thankful for you guys. I'm thankful for this path, these avenues to share this positivity, the power of your intentions. Everything that you've got going for you, whether you think it's coming from a divine creator or just some internal work that you need to start on. That's a good starting point too. You know what I mean? And most of us need to spend that time internally to be thankful to begin with. I'm thankful for my creator. I'm thankful for you guys. I'm thankful for my health, thankful for animals and nature, fall leaves turning. It's all beautiful. And I'm looking forward to some good turkey or some good food.
So beautifully said. I agree.
But I love how you find it's apparent in your work. I want you to know that. And the way that you come across, and probably the way that people perceive you, is not just a happy person, but you can see through what you're sharing with others that it means something to you, and you have plenty of intention behind it, and it will be received very well.
Well, thank you. I love to hear that. That means a lot. It goes a long way.
Regan, tell us a little bit about your group meditation session, and what were the responses, and what did you go through? I'm sure there was a lot of internal feelings and intentions floating around for you as well.
Yeah, so they're always very powerful and unique. I like to do one every month. Um, there's almost no words to describe it. It's just this really beautiful thing where we can come together and share an intention. It's already so powerful as one individual, and even just two individuals, it's like so amplified. So when you have so many people, like 50 people, and often I'm not the only one holding some kind of meditation
Mhm.
that day. So because people are waking up to the real power of this, of going within and being able to like hit those notes, like hit those frequencies of love and joy and connection and divinity. So that really creates ripples around the world, and the more we do that, the more tangible it becomes.
I
So
agree. I agree 100%. Um, I feel like a lot of people are craving that you just answered right there, since COVID and since all the pandemic and the shutdowns across the world. Um, and we have this avenue now to be able to see each other and be on a Zoom and conference and share videos and stuff. So I just think it's a really promising time for people like you to be able to get motivation and groups going in the right direction. So I thought it was beautiful. You brought me to
thank
tears
you.
when I saw that the other day. So I really appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you
Yes.
so much. And that's what makes it so meaningful.
Well, don't stop doing it and keep sharing the way that you are. Regan, to tell some of our viewers and our other readers here, where can they find more about you and what you do?
Yes. So pretty much everything you could need to know about me is on my website, which is transformingthedarkness.com.
And we're going to
And I
have
have
links here and here on the bottom of the screen for you.
yes, and that's, find out more about me and about my work, all kinds of resources. And I just had a new course I launched about kind of learning how to go within and start.
What's the name of the course?
It's called Activating Your Clairvoyance, which is another word for, I guess, extrasensory abilities, innate spiritual gifts that we all have.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Okay, so everybody go check that out on transformingthedarkness.com. And you can find Regan Keely. Regan, what's a good email address? And do you want to give out any kind of other contact information?
Yes, Transforming the Darkness at protonmail.com, which is also on my website. So you can find all my contact information there as well.
Perfect. Well, Regan, thanks for coming on for episode number 2, Intention and Your Power. We are looking forward to giving you a shout out. Take a look at the description and the bio in the video below for all of her information and anything else on supplements and nutrition. Regan, make it a great day today, and we look forward to talking to you in another episode.
Thank you so much, Darren. It's been so fun.
It's absolutely wonderful. Happy Thanksgiving, and tell the family we said hi.
Thank you.
Thank you all for enjoying another wonderful episode of Healthy Huddle Live. This episode was brought to you by KO Gardens Nutrition. Take a look today for nanoceutical relief, sublingual sprays, and adult stem cell activators at www.kogardens.com.